Good morning, students. I am Dr.M.Mohan Raj from MBA department, KSRCAS College of Arts and Science, and today we are going to discuss regarding the research method, business research method. So, research plays a very important role in the environment as well as the organization, because lot of problems that are faced in an organization and at the same time in the marketing departments. So, let us see about what is meant by research. Research refers to the search for knowledge. Research is an art of scientific investigation. So research is nothing but we are going for a search of a new knowledge. So once the problem that are existing in the society or in the organization, so what kind of solutions we can given for the problems. So that is what the search for knowledge, and it is one of the scientific investigation. So we investigate scientifically by way of various methods in order to solve the problem that are existing in the organization. Even lot of companies are facing a product decline process. So this is the stage where they have to invest more amount to solve the problem that are existing in the society. So, and according to Clifford Woody, the research comprises defining and redefining problems, formulating hypotheses, suggestion solutions collecting, organizing and evaluating data, making deductions and reaching conclusions to determine whether they fit the formulating hypothesis. So the lot of processes are involved in this. So first we have to find what are the problems that are existing and formulate the hypothesis. Hypothesis nothing but whether it may happen or not. That is what the hypothesis. So, and we are going for the data collection and various kind of process that are included in the research. And next we are going to see about objectives of research. To gain familiarity with the phenomenon or to achieve new insights into it. So what we are going to make a new innovation or the research which helps to solve the problem that are existing, and to describe accurately the characteristics of particular individual or a situation or a group. So what kind of problem that are existing about individuals or a situation or a group. So for example, we are going for a company, so there will be a problem that are existing for an individual, because when a person is entering newly into the organization, he will face a lot of difficulties in the manufacturing process or other kind of process or during the training period. So just we have to find what is the problem faced by individuals and whether the situation that are adapted by him is good or not. And even there are problems they are facing in a group manner. So even for example, the task is given for a particular different type of groups. A particular group will face a problem. So we have to find which is the problem in the group, and to determine the frequency with which something occurs or with which it is associated with something else. So just we have to find what is the frequency of mistakes. For example, a group is given a target and they are doing, so whether they are doing any kind of mistake frequently, so they cannot be able to achieve the target. So we have to find such kind of things. To test a hypothesis of a causal relationship between variables, so we have to find what is the relationship between variables when they are facing a problem. So what is the relationship, whether these kind of relationship affect the research process or the problem that are existing. And next, the research process. So research process plays a very important role in the business research, because every organization used to do such kind of research to develop their product or to increase the profit or just to solve the problem that are existing in the business process. And there are various kind of process that are involved in the research process, and the first one is identifying the problem. So we have to identify the problem, and second one is a review of literature. Literature is nothing but we are gathering the informations from the already existing or what the customers are feeling about our product. That is what a review of literature, and setting research questions, objectives and hypothesis. So we have to set a questionnaires, objectives and hypothesis to do our research in a good manner, and choosing the study design. So where we are going to choose our study design, whether it is the problem that are existing in particular district or a particular state, that is what we are going to choose as a design. And deciding on the sample design. So how many samples we are going to take to solve the problem that are existing for our product has to be selected and collecting the data. So for example, we are choosing Tamil Nadu as a research design. So there we are going to collect the data from our customers to solve the problem that are existing in the society, and processing and analyzing the data. So based on the data we are collected, it has to be processed and analyzed, and finally we have to write a report which helps to solve the problems. And this is the process which used to continuous for each and every type of problem that are existing. So wherever the organization existing, they used to face a problem in a particular period of time. So at that situation, we have to follow this process in a continuous manner. Once the problem has been solved and we have find a solution, and it will be in a good position. Again, for a period of time the problem exists, and again the organization has to follow the same process to solve such kind of problems. So we will see in a brief manner about the process of research. So first step is identifying the problem. The first and foremost task is the entire process of scientific research is to identify the research problem. So research problem identification is very important. Without knowing the problem, we cannot do a research. So every organization used to face a problem in a particular period of time. For example, there are a lot of competitors are existing in the market. Even the price of the product will be changes, because when the competitors are reducing their price, and the customers of our product will move to their products. In this situation, we have to find a research, and our sales will be decreased. So every organization used to find what is the problem for the decrease of sales. This has to be identified, and the task which is given to the research department. So they will find what is the problem, why the sales of the organization is decreasing, has to be identify them. So that is the major problem, why the sales decreasing has to be identified clearly by the research department. And next one is a review of literature. A review of literature is an integral part of research process. It enables the researcher to formulate his problem in terms of specific aspect of the general area of his interest that has not been researched so far. So research of review of literature is nothing but what kind of research we are making. We have to collect the data from the already existing information, that is helps to frame the solution for the problem that are existing. So and we have to formulate the hypothesis in this to match our objectives as well as the hypothesis. And third one is setting research question, objectives and hypothesis. So just we have identified what is the problem that are existing, and review of literature has been made to find various kind of solutions for the problem. So in this third stage, setting research questions, objectives and hypothesis. So we are clear about the research problem, and we are going for the research questions. So based on the problem, we have to make a questions. A questionnaire has to be in the format of, first we have to give about the demographic factors. Demographic factors is nothing but what is name, age, gender. These kind of things will be income and number of members in the family. These kind of things will be in a demographic factors, and after this we have to give a specific information regarding what the problem that are facing. For example, a study on customer satisfaction towards Maruti Suzuki cars. So just we have to find these kind of questions like, are you satisfied with the Maruti Suzuki cars, whether the service is good and you are expecting more features in the Maruti Suzuki cars. So these kind of questions can be added to find what is the expectation of the customers, what is the need of the customers. So this is what the preparation of questionnaires. And objectives. So the problem has been clearly identified. Just we have to frame an objectives which will satisfy or which will give a conclusion to the problem that are existing in our product. And hypothesis is nothing but whether it may happen or not. So based on the objective what we have framed, we have to frame a hypothesis whether it is satisfied or not. These kind of things has to be framed in a frequent manner, which helps to move our research in a good process. And fourth stage is choosing the study design. So the research design is the blueprint or framework for fulfilling the objectives and answering the research questions. It is the master plan specifying the methods and procedure for collecting, processing and analyzing the collected data. There are 4 basic research design that the researcher can use to conduct his research for her study. So research design is the master plan, because once we have identified problem, just based on the research knowledge, we are setting the objective, hypothesis and all kind of things. So where is the problem that are existing? So for example, in Tamil Nadu, just we are choosing 5 districts where the sales of our product is decreasing. In this, we have to find where our research has to be done. So we have to select these 5 districts and we have to frame certain questionnaires and we have to collect the data from our customers or respondents of our product. So in this, we are going to use a different type of instruments like survey, experiment, secondary data study and observational study. A survey is nothing but we are gathering the information from our customers, whether they are satisfied with the product and are you in need of any features included in our product. These things has to be given in a questionnaire for a survey and we have to gather the data from the respondents. And experiment method is nothing but, so by collecting the data we have to make certain experiment like analysis. So we have to make an analysis to find what is the expectation, whether they are satisfied or not. These things can be easily identified by collecting the data and it has been analyzed, so we can able to find a certain conclusions. And next one is deciding on the sample design. So just we have to decide, okay, the sample is an important and separate step in the research process. The basic idea of sampling is that it involves any procedure that uses a relatively small number of items or portion of a universe to conclude the whole population. So deciding the sample size plays a very important role, because we have chosen a 5 district. So in this we have to find who is our customers. This is one of the very important thing. So generally we cannot ask each and every members who is present in the society, give me information regarding the Maruti Suzuki cars. We should not ask like that. We should have to find who is our customers, and particularly we have to ask them the response regarding the need and features that are in need of the customers. That plays a very important role. So generally we should not ask the informations regarding to the everyone. We have to find who is our customers and we have to gather the data from them, and it will be an actual solution for the problem. And next one is collecting data. The gathering of data may range from simple observation to a large scale survey in any defined population. So collecting the data involves a huge process. It will take time period nearly for the period of 6 to 8 months. So this is the stage where huge time will be involved in our research process. Just we have to find our customers and we have to gather the data, and these data has to be collected, because in this stage some of the respondents will be uneducated. In this situation we have to make a personal interview. Just we have to give an questionnaire and it should be explained clearly to them, and we have to gather the data from respondents. So it involves a huge process, and at the same time here a lot of money will be involved in the research. This is the process where huge investment will be made by an organization to find what is the expectation of the customer and what is the satisfaction or the problem that is faced by our customer can be clearly gathered by the questionnaire methods. And Next one is processing and analyzing data. Data processing generally brings with the editing and coding of data. The data are edited to ensure consistency across respondents and to locate omissions if any. So processing of data, the data which were collected from the respondents has to be gathered together, and we have to find whether any respondents has been not filled a particular question, it has to be omitted, because we are in need of only the information which is completely given by the respondents. Once, for example, a questionnaire which is given to the respondents, once they haven't filled a certain questionnaire, example 2 to 3 questions has been not filled, we should omit that kind of response or the questionnaire which is given to the respondents. So we should have a complete question which is filled by the respondents, because once we are omitting such kind of questions, we can able to find, or we can able to deviate our result. So once we are cleared with what the information which is given by the respondents is accurately measured, this will help to find a solution for the problem. So we have to omit such kind of questionnaires to make our result in a good manner. And editing of the data where SPSS and Excel or these kind of softwares are used by the researchers to gather the result, what is expected and what is going to give a solution for the problem. These kind of softwares will help the researchers to give a result in a fraction of manner. And finally, writing the report, developing research proposal, writing report, disseminating and utilizing result. The entire task of the research study is accumulated in a document called proposal. So finally, we have gathered the data and we have made analysis with the softwares which is available for the researchers, and we will be available with the result, whether the customers are satisfied with the product or not. What is the problem they are facing in the society can be easily identified by this kind of research process. So every organizations that are existing in the society or who is competing with the other competitors usually go with this kind of research process in order to find the solution for the problems, because lot of companies that are introducing lot of products and it is becoming a competitor in the market. So in this situation, we used to face a lot of struggles, sales will be decreasing, and in this situation the company is need of a research department. So where the research department plays a very important role, because each and every situation they have to give a solution for the problem that are existing in the society. So first and foremost, our organization has to focus on the customers. What is the need of customers? What is the expectation of customers? These things has to be identified clearly by the research department, because once they are not satisfied with our product, the sales of the product will be decreased and certain declining process will be happening in their company. So the research department plays a very important role to find what is the problem that are existing in the society, what is the problem the customers are facing. So these kind of things will be happen in every organization, where the research department used to follow this kind of process to find what is the solution, to satisfy, how we can able to satisfy the customers by doing research. These kind of things will be happen, and we can able to improve the sales, and it will be in a development process so that the companies can easily obtain their objectives and solve the problems, and they will be moving in a smooth manner by doing research which helps to solve the problems. And this is the process each and every organization will follow, which helps to solve the problems in the society, and the profit can be increased. Thank you, students.